Retention is one of those things that transforms you from the inside out. But most men, realize how much it changes the way they show up in the world. Women don't just pay attention to what you say. They pay very close attention to your body language, your subtle signals, and the energy you give off. Retention sharpens these things. Instead of walking into a room and shrinking back, you start to project a kind of quiet confidence. Think about the way your shoulders sit, you naturally straighten up. Your eyes no longer dart around nervously. They stay focused and calm. And when you speak, your hands don't fidget as much. All of this happens because your nervous system is steadier. Your hormones are balanced, and your energy is contained rather than scattered. Women may not consciously analyze this, but they feel it, and they often respond with curiosity or admiration because it is rare to see a man radiating composure in a distracted world. To understand this more deeply, picture a man named David. For years, David struggled with confidence. He was always hunched over, often staring at the floor when walking into a cafe, and women rarely noticed him. His body language screamed insecurity. But once David committed to retention, something subtle yet powerful shifted. Within a few weeks, his posture improved, not because he forced it, but because he felt different inside. When he walked, there was more weight in his steps, more presence in his gaze. He wasn't desperate for attention anymore. One day, while waiting in line at a grocery store, a woman struck up a conversation with him out of nowhere. She said, "You seem really calm. What's your secret?" David hadn't said a word yet, but his body was already communicating the change. That's the silent power retention gives a man. Your energy speaks before your mouth does. Women especially love when a man carries himself with grounded energy rather than restless energy. Without retention, many men unconsciously give off nervous tics. They adjust their shirts constantly, tap their feet, or laugh too loud at small jokes. But with retention, those impulses quiet down. Your gestures become slower, more intentional, and more masculine. Think about the way a lion moves compared to a frightened deer. The lion doesn't rush. Every motion is deliberate, steady, and full of control. That's what women pick up on when you practice retention. Even the way you shake hands feels different, firmer, more centered, and unhurried. These things may sound small, but they send a subconscious message that you are not easily shaken. Women naturally admire and are drawn to men who show that kind of embodied strength, because it signals stability, protection, and deep self-control. Another story illustrates this perfectly. Imagine Michael, who had always been talkative but scattered. He would speak too fast on dates, wave his hands around too much, and often lean forward in desperation to be liked. After a few months of retention, his communication changed. When he sat across from a woman at dinner, he no longer leaned forward. Instead, he leaned back slightly, shoulders relaxed, and allowed silences without fear. He wasn't trying to prove himself anymore. The woman he was with told him later, "There was something magnetic about the way you just sat there. It felt like you didn't need me to validate you." What really happened was retention had slowed him down, routed his body language, and erased the nervous excess. That gave him the aura of a man who was already complete. And women love that because it sets him apart from 90% of men who still chase. Retention also changes the way you use your eyes, and this is one of the biggest body language signals women pick up on. Before retention, your gaze may wander or appear cloudy, but after retention, your eyes become sharper, clearer, and steadier. You don't need to glare or stare. Instead, you maintain relaxed eye contact that communicates confidence without aggression. Think about being at a party. A man practicing retention doesn't constantly scan the room. Instead, when he talks to someone, he looks them in the eye and gives his full presence. A woman feels this as deep attention, which is rare in an age where most men's focus is fragmented by distractions and hidden insecurities. That single shift, the power of the eye, can spark attraction more than pickup lines ever could. It's primal and undeniable. Ultimately, retention transforms body language because it transforms the man himself. You can't fake the calmness, the steady breath, or the composed gestures that come from harnessing your energy. Women just see the difference. They feel it in the subtle atmosphere you bring into every room. It's in the way you stand taller without slouching, the way your voice resonates deeper without strain, and the way you smile with ease instead of nervousness. Think of it like tuning an instrument. Before retention, you're slightly off key, and people can sense it. After retention, your whole body vibrates with harmony, and women naturally tune into that. The beauty is, you don't have to perform anything. Retention does the work internally, and the body language follows automatically. So if you want women to notice and respond differently, don't start with pickup tricks or forced postures. Start with retention because it changes you from the inside. And that inner change makes your outer presence magnetic in ways words can't fully explain. Body language is a very important aspect of how men should carry themselves in public. Unfortunately, many men are unaware of this or simply don't care about it. If you want to know how to change your body language to attract women, then keep watching. In this video, we will go over 4 body language changes that will happen to you when you start semen retention. Before we get into the video, make sure to subscribe for more videos about self-improvement, money, and relationships. Make sure to check it out as well. Let's start. No one. You will stop fidgeting. When men relapse and watch porn, they are basically addicted to dopamine. Dopamine is a feel-good hormone. When you watch porn, it gives you a huge spike in dopamine. This causes your brain to crave more and more porn. You become what they call dopamine numb. The problem with being dopamine numb is that you constantly feel the need to stimulate yourself. You become restless. Your body language will show that you are not in control of yourself. You will be tapping your fingers, moving your legs, and just generally fidgeting. When you practice semen retention, you don't get that huge spike in dopamine anymore. Your brain doesn't crave it as much. You become less anxious and less fidgety. This makes your body language look calm and confident. Women love this. When you're calm and confident, it means that you're in control of yourself. It shows that you're not a puppet of your own mind. And women find this attractive because it means that you can take control of the situation. You're not just going to sit there and let things happen. You're going to make things happen. Being calm and confident is a sign of high testosterone. Women love it. So if you want to improve your body language around women, then stop relapsing and start retaining. Number 2, you will walk with your chest out. Many men walk like a coward, always looking down at their feet. These men think that it's better to look down because then they don't have to make eye contact with anyone. They are ashamed of themselves. They lack confidence and they lack discipline. When you walk with your chest out, it shows that you're confident and that you're in control of yourself. It also shows that you're strong and powerful. Walking with your chest out is a sign of high testosterone. Women love this. There was a study done by the University of Texas at Austin that proved this. They took pictures of men from the back and then showed them to women. The women were asked to rate the men based on their looks. The men who had their chests out were seen as more attractive than the men who were walking with their shoulders slumped. So if you want to improve your body language around women, then start walking with your chest out. Don't look down at your feet. Look up and walk with your head held high. Make sure to not overdo it, though you don't want to look like you're trying too hard. Just relax and walk with your chest out. No. 3. You will stop cracking your knuckles. This one may seem like a small thing, but it actually makes a big difference. When you crack your knuckles, it makes you look like a creep. It also makes you look like you're not in control of yourself. Think about it. Why do you crack your knuckles? Because you're nervous? You're trying to relieve that nervous energy? The problem is that it actually makes you look worse. When you start semen retention, you will be calmer and more in control of yourself. You won't need to crack your knuckles anymore. Instead of cracking your knuckles, you could do something else. You could, for example, play with your wallet chain or adjust your belt. These things won't make you look weird. On the contrary, they will make you look confident and in control. Number 4, you will talk with your hands away from your body. When you're talking to someone, where do you put your hands? If you put your hands far away from your body, it means that you're open and honest. You're vulnerable. This makes you look trustworthy. If you put your hands close to your body, it means that you're closed off and defensive. This makes you look untrustworthy. Imagine this. You're talking to a woman and you put your hands close to your body. She will think that you're hiding something. She will think that you're not being honest with her. She will think that you're just trying to use her. It will be difficult to build trust with her. Now imagine that you're talking to the same woman, but this time you put your hands further away from your body. She will think that you're more honest. She will think that you're more trustworthy. She will be more willing to open up to you. This is why it's important to talk with your hands away from your body. It shows that you're open and honest. It makes you look more trustworthy. There are many other body language changes that will happen to you when you practice semen retention. In a future video, we will go over some more. For now, just remember these 4 things. Stop fidgeting. Walk with your chest out, don't crack your knuckles, and talk with your hands away from your body. By practicing these 4 things, you will already improve your body language a lot, and women will notice it. If you want to level up in life, then you have to start taking action. You must prove yourself to the world. But how can you do that if you don't even believe in yourself? That's why we created our own course. The course is called the 90-Day Self-Improvement Challenge. It consists of 6 modules that will take you through a complete transformation. At the end of the 90 days, you will be a completely different person. We will send you daily videos every day for 90 days. Each video will consist of a daily task and a reflection journal. The task will help you grow in multiple areas of life, such as mental health, physical health, productivity, finance, relationships, and spirituality. After each task, you will have to write a journal entry. This will solidify the lesson in your brain. Almost everyone has a smartphone nowadays. It's easy for you to access the course. All you have to do is go to our website and buy the course. You will immediately receive access to the members area. This is where you will download the daily videos. The great thing about this course is that we made it very affordable. We want to help as many men as possible. Our goal is to make this the biggest self-improvement challenge in history. We want to see 1 million men go through this challenge. That would change the world for the better. If 1 million men commit to improving themselves, it would lead to a total transformation of society. So if you want to join us on this mission, then buy the course. Help us reach our goal. Click the link in the description to get access. Now,